Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. The Atlanta Braves and the San Diego Padres. Well, Singy, all eyes on him today after his incredible performance in the last one.
Yeah, Boog, that was one of the best hitting displays I've seen in a while. My man was in the zone. If he's able to carry that momentum over to today, we're in for a show on MLB The Show.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. So just about set now. Getting the nod on the mound, Nick Pivetta.
He's had his ups and downs in his career as his ERA is just over 4, but this is a guy that's not afraid. He's going to take the ball. He's going to go out there and give it his best.
Okay, all set to go. Now in for the Braves, Jurickson Profar. This one smoked out to left. One away. Take a look at the lineup, and it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
So here's Riley now. 1 out, bases empty. Here's a high fly ball out to center. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Batting third, the first baseman, Matt.
And now Matt Olson up to hit.
This is a guy that really has the ability to be more than just a slugger and a home run hitter, but to hit for average, to get on base, and to drive the ball out of the ballpark.
Merrill under this one. And that'll do it. No score as we head to the bottom of the first. Back here with my pal Singy, and today's starter, Spencer Schwellenbach. What's the scouting report on him?
Yeah, very respectable numbers last year, a sub 350 ERA, and guys like that, you may think, well, they're elite pitchers that are pitching sub 2s, they're dominating, but when you can have that kind of consistency, you have a chance to win the ball game every time he takes the mound. So, good season last year, opportunity for him to go out there and repeat it this year, possibly even improve. But I tell you what, if this guy's pitching for me and I'm playing in the outfield, I'm loving every minute of it.
Gassed it right by him.
Not the best location with the fastball on strike 3, but when you're pumping high 90s, you'll get away with some of those. More margin for error. The fastball has become such a huge strikeout pitch in the sport. And I think a lot of it has to do with all the attention and emphasis on improved spin rates. These fastballs are just exploding out of the pitcher's hands and jumping through the zone.
In steps El Nino, Fernando Tatis Jr. And Tatis able to stay alive. And a 1-2. And delivers outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Jackson Merrill digs in now. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Everything came together for him. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position, and now it's Manny Machado. Right side, hard hit. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. We'll move to the second now at Petco Park. No score. New inning getting started. Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. Hit hard on the ground is short. Slings to first. Ozuna is out. Here is Ozzy Albies up to hit.
Albies is playing on the road, so you know that means he's been FaceTiming with his pet fish. This guy owns a few home aquariums, and it's no secret he likes talking to his fish when he's away. In fact, Albies had cameras installed so he can check on the fish anytime he wants.
And it's through for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Here's the center fielder, Michael Harris II. That misses, and it's 2-1. And that is out of play. Albies leads off first with one away. Check on the runner. Albies dives back in.
Ball 3. Full count.
Ground ball right side, and it's through for a hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
A couple of singles back to back. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
And now Drake Baldwin. The next offering misses, and it's 2-1.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Double play ball to second. Slings to first in time.
Batting 8, the shortstop.
Here's Orlando Arcia.
In the grand scheme of things, this at-bat might not feel important because it's early, but it could create a domino effect for things to come. Control what you can here and have a strong at-bat.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Struck him out on the foul tip.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth. There's a swing and a drive. Off the wall. And that's a leadoff double.
All over that one right there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
And a dangerous hitter coming up to hit in Xander Bogaerts. Man at second. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Just a great slider right there. And I think the key for pitchers and what hitters don't want to see is if a pitcher misses with that pitch, that he misses off the edge of the strike zone rather than in the middle of the strike zone. And right there, excellent execution, and it finished up in a perfect spot.
Here's Gavin Sheets now, left-hand bat. Albies tosses to first, and there's 2 down.
Batting 8, the left fielder, Jason.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Next for the Padres, Jason Hayward. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. And a swing and a miss. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. A double in the inning, but they leave him stranded. We head on now to the top of the 3rd. Tied 0-0. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Jared Kelnick.
Up and in, and a count 2-1. Right through there for a strike. Fights it off. He'll see another.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at bat, battling with 2 strikes. Absolutely hammered that baseball very loud coming off the bat. 107 was the exit velocity, and at that speed, it's going to be a great result more often than not.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now the leadoff spot for the Braves, Jurickson Profar. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Kelnick gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Look out, way inside. Kelnick into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility.
Definitely trying to work down and get that double play ball, but it got away enough to erase any chance of that. Good job of moving up into scoring position. Now a hit could make that wild pitch really sting.
Ground ball up the middle, and it's through for a hit. Coming home. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single, and it's 1-0.
Well, they strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Here's Austin Riley. This one smacked out to left center. Hits it away for the out.
Up next for Atlanta, the first baseman, Matt Olson.
Yeah, the batter now, Matt Olson. Swing and a ball ripped right field, and that one back, and that one is gone. A gigantic blast, and they add on. It's 3-0.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. Fastball is outside. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now, doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Goes down looking. 2 down, base is empty. And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. And that keeps the inning going. And next for Atlanta, Michael Harris II. This one in the air, center field. Merrill has this one sized up, brings it in, and that is that. Braves pick up 2 on the long ball. It's now 3-0. As we go to the last of the third, and now it's Elias Diaz. Swing and a chopper out to short. Arcia whips it to first. Gets the catcher by a step.
The first baseman, number 4, Luis.
So the batting order turns over. Luis Ariz stands in. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. Out in the left center for a line drive base hit. And the Padres have a man aboard with 1 out.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
2 strikes.
Got him. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Well, when you throw the same pitch back to back, that's how you want to do it. Set him up in the strike zone, then extend a little bit from there and see if you can get him to chase. Nicely done with the slider right there.
Swing and a foul out of play. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Just off the inside edge.
Executed that pitch very nicely, just missed with it.
Swing and a ground ball. They take the force out. That's the inning. Padres leave 1, still down 3-0. Welcome back, and take a look at some hot hitting in this series as we check out the numbers. That one outside, and a count 2-1. Bullpen action for the Padres. Ryan Hoeing, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Matsui, a left-hander, also throwing. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Just off the outside edge.
Full count.
And down on strikes he goes. That K is his 3rd of the game.
This guy will throw any pitch in any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
Arcia.
Now now it's going to be Orlando Arcia. Hit on the ground to short. Bogarts gets it to first.
That's an out.
2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th.
Up next for Atlanta, the right fielder, Jared.
2
Kellner.
outs, base is empty. Now it's the right fielder, Jared Kellner. And the sweeper misses. And that's downstairs and outside.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
Fastball for a strike.
Full count.
Warning track, wall, and you can touch them all, baseball man. He'll touch them all, and they add to their lead. It's 4-0.
Well, I'm sure there's a big grin on his face right now, Boog. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like it was going to bend foul. Was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely, and he gets the jog around the bases. Good for him.
So the lineup flips over. Now in for the Braves, Jurickson Prof. That's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. One more for Atlanta on the homer. It's now a 4-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
Third baseman, Manny Machado.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
The batter, number 9.
Now here's
Second
Jake
baseman,
Cronenworth.
Jake Cronenworth.
Swinging a foul straight back.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. And there's 2 gone following the strikeout.
Quite the start to this game on the mound.
Now
Looking
batting,
very
the
dangerous to
shortstop,
these hitters.
Sander.
7 punch-outs already,
Bogart.
so this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
2 down, base is empty. It's Xander Bogaerts now. Up the middle, Arcia. Safe at first, and an infield single keeps the inning going.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw, but very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw. You know?
Yeah, no question. Man at first, Gavin Sheets. The next up for the Padres. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. He makes the grab, and that's the 3rd out. 1 left for San Diego. They trail it here, 4-0.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back,
Padres.
and there's a new arm on the mound to start the
Number
5th. Yuki Matsui.
And he comes on here for the first time this season, and I'm sure there's some nerves involved in that, so we'll see how he settles in.
Austin Riley.
The wind of the pitch. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Got him swinging.
Now batting. the
Here
first baseman,
is Matt Olson. Base is empty, one away, and we're at the top of the fifth.
You know, the first manager to ever win a game here at Petco Park was Tony Gwynn. Yes, Tony Gwynn. They had a college baseball tournament here in March 2004, and Tony managed San Diego State to a win.
Next offering in there for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. And downstairs. Hit on the ground to the right side. Sends it to first.
He's out.
And Olson is set down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Marcell Ozuna.
Marcell Ozuna coming up to hit. 2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Braves. Braves go down quickly here, but they're in front 4-0. Bottom of the inning. Here's Jason Hayward.
Padres, the left fielder, Jason Hayward.
And a foul ball. Here's a 1-2. Ground ball to the right side. He'll do it himself.
Out.
And the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Well, he's doing a nice
Now
job
batting,
of keeping the
catcher,
ball out of the
Diaz.
air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Here's Elias Diaz. The Braves leading by 4. Last half of inning number 5. Strike 2.
Man, that's
1-2.
just a nasty splitter. Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that these days, but I tell you what, he's got a good one.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. Harris has a beat on it. And it's caught for the out.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning,
The first
anything
baseman, number
after
4,
that, a hitter or
Roy.
2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
So the San Diego batting order turns over. Now a chance for Luis Arias. That's hard hit on the line. And that is that. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Back here at Petco
Leading
Park.
off for Atlanta,
All set for the
the second
top of the
baseman,
6th.
Ozzie
So now to the plate for
Albies.
Atlanta. Ozzie Albies. Swing and a ground ball up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks
The center
locked
fielder,
in. Didn't try to do too much with it, just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with guys trying to launch and hit home runs, but sometimes you got to shorten up just like that.
And he can't come up with it. To second, and he's safe.
Man, I was expecting 5-4-3 double play off the bat, but I think he just tried to be a little too quick there, especially when you think it's a pretty routine ball to handle. It's really easy to think ahead to the transfer and the throw before you actually bring it into your glove.
Here's the catcher to hit, Drake Baldwin. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. On to Bogarts. Relay to first, double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
And now the shortstop, Orlando Arcia. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Just missed.
Full count.
Jared Kellner would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance to do some more damage here.
Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K. A hit and an error in the inning, but they fail to score. 2-3-4 due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Braves 4 and the Padres nothing. Back here in San Diego, bottom of the 6th inning. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here.
The right fielder.
Tatis waits.
Tatis Jr.
That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
So digging in now for San Diego, Jackson Merrill. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. And it falls. And now two aboard to third. Tag, got him.
As a base runner right there, you're making the call yourself. This ball is clearly in front of you, and you've got to know for sure if you're going to be able to make it safely to third. That time he was wrong, as a really nice throw came into third.
Here comes Manny Machado. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. See ya. Strikes him out for the second time today.
Well, he's showing some pretty dominating stuff out there in this one, not just in terms of swing and miss, but also in terms of command. You know, all of the strikeouts, they kind of speak for themselves, but when you don't walk anyone, you're demonstrating.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And it hops over the wall for an automatic double.
Off the bat, I thought they were going to score their first run of the game, and that feels like a tough break, but look at the bright side. Really good contact at the plate, and now they're working with not just one, but two runners in scoring position, so they'd love another base hit right here.
And here comes Sander Bogarts. Fouled off down the right side. Two on, two outs. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. Padres leave a pair. They're down 4-0. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Wandy Peralta. This is his first appearance of the season. Here's Jared Kelenic.
Leading off to the Braves, the right fielder, Jared Kelenic.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, really expanded the zone right there with that fastball off the outside corner of the plate. Got him to chase it. That's a tough one to lay off of because it starts close to you and just continues to run away from you in that batter's box. So it's a really nice pitch with 2 strikes.
1-1 now. That one the other way. And a base hit right there.
Now batting. Third base.
One down. Austin Riley at the plate.
Ball.
This one kicks away a little as he can't squeeze it. Double-barreled action in the bullpen for San Diego. Brian Hoeing up and throwing. Morejon getting cranked up as well. Profar, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Snap throw to first. Profar back on a dive. Hit hard to the ground and up the middle, base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now 1 out.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it and There was just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
Here's Matt Olson now. His two-run homer back into third was an important swing of the bat in this one.
Yeah, there's no doubt he helped set the tone fairly early, and certainly part of the reason why they've got the lead right now.
Two on, one out. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Stop sign goes up at third, and the bases are loaded.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Marcell Ozuna.
So bases all loaded up. And next is the designated hitter, Marcell Ozuna. All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. Oh, and this one gets away. Nothing happening on the bases, though. Base hit, one run is in.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Tried to get inside on him, but he was ready for it. Just kept his hands in and turned on the pitch. Quick bat through the zone.
So bases loaded with one away. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. Breaking ball misses down and away. One out, bases full. Hit on the ground, might be two. On to Cronenworth, and that's two. So one run in the inning on this base hit, and the lead is now 5-0. This is Braves baseball on the show South. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Gavin Sheets.
On the ground right side, and that's just foul.
Well, timing is the key to great hitting, and right now that door is still locked. They haven't been able to figure out pitch sequences, and it's impacting them across the board.
Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that K brings him into double digits for the game. So digging in, Jason Hayward. On the line, base hit. And the Padres have a man aboard with one out.
The catcher, number 17.
Well, he's been working out of the stretch just about the entire game, Boog. A lot of base runners on against him, and he's just done a really nice job of scattering the hits, not giving up any runs. But at some point, your luck usually runs out.
So a man aboard, Elias D. Brian Snitker out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change.
Now pitching for
New pitcher for the Braves, Angel De Los Santos.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone.
2 strikes.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. And a breaking ball misses outside.
2-2.
Struck him out looking.
Boog, he was shopping at the buckle right there, the way that slider made him look. That was just nasty.
Luis Arias, the next up for the Padres. Hayward leads off first with 2 down in the inning. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Hangs on to the foul tip. That's a strikeout. Padres leave 1. Still looking at that 5-0 deficit.
pitching for
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start
Number
the eighth.
50.
Adrian Morejon.
Adrian.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
Swing and a ball popped up. Cronenworth hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, catcher Drake Baldwin.
So up next, Drake Baldwin. That one down the line, and that's a fair ball.
Now batting, the shortstop.
One gone,
Orlando
runner at first.
Arcia.
Now it's the shortstop, Orlando Arcia. Swing and a miss.
1-2.
Man at first, one away. Line drive, that's a base hit into right field. The throw to third. The tag out.
He comes up firing, and there was an anticipation and kind of an excitement when the ball went in his direction that he was going to have an opportunity to throw somebody out. And that's the attitude that aggressive and good outfielders have.
Jared Kelenic next up for the Braves. On the ground to the
That's a
left,
foul ball.
and it goes just foul. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Braves strand one, but they hold a 5-0 lead. And we're back. Bottom of the eighth. Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr.
Fernando Tatis Jr.
And that's way high. And now it's 3-2. Tatis started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first. He went around, according to Carl Dixon.
The center field.
Stepping in for San Diego, Jackson Merrill.
Merrill.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was
Now
out in front there.
batting,
Just
third
needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Manny Machado now. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Now, this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
Can't glove it cleanly. Still able to fire over. Save. It was never going to be easy after the misplay.
Late in the game with the offense trying to play catch up, they're looking for any momentum they can get, any kind of opportunity to get back in this game, and an error can certainly.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Angel De Los Santos departs, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
pitching for the
Here comes a
Braves,
new arm for the Braves, Hector
number
Neris.
53.
And you know, bullpen guys can
Hector
struggle sometimes when they're called
Neris.
upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Robert to right field, way back, gone. Jake Cronenworth sends one into the Chrome zone. His first homer of the year, and they're chipping away. It's 5-2. They needed that one, Singy.
Indeed they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and just like that, they're back in it. Oh, I'm not really sure how he kept that fair. When you're out in front on a breaking ball like that, such a good chance that it's going to hook foul, but not this time. He kept the hands moving forward just long enough to sneak it inside that foul pole.
2 outs, nobody on. At the plate, Xander Bogaerts. On to first.
He's out.
Bogaerts retired. And that ends the inning. 2 across on this San Diego homer. It's 5-2. Major League Baseball is on the show.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back.
Padres,
It's the top of the ninth. And there's a new
Number
pitcher on the
78.
mound. Brian Hoeing.
Pretty
Brian
tight game, so they're looking for quality
Hoeing.
pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
This one in the air. Machado. And there's one down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Riley.
Here comes Austin Riley. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the top of the ninth. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase. Movement in the bullpen. Jason Adam getting ready to go. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss, and he got him.
2 out. And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Olsen checks his swing. Appeal down to third. No swing. Backed off the plate that time. That one is absolutely belted back there. And it is gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add a run. It's 6-2.
The count was full, but he was ready to swing it. Sometimes we say it's a sinker that didn't sink. Well, that was a splitter that just didn't split. Kind of like a BP fastball. And when you throw that pitch, don't expect to get it back. You're getting a new baseball from the umpire.
Marcell Ozuna, the next to hit. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
1-2.
Swings through it for the K. Slider got him for strike 3. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. Now a 6-2 ball game. You're dialed into the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. So bottom of the ninth. Now the DH for the Padres, Gavin Sheets. Here comes the manager out of the Braves dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Jose Suarez takes over on the mound.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Into the outfield, base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Now batting, left fielder, Jason.
Next for the Padres,
Hayward.
Jason Hayward. That one fouled off, 2-2.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
To second for 1. A double play. That might send some folks towards the exits. 2 gone.
The 3-6-1 double play, in my opinion, is one of the toughest plays to make. You've got a pitcher covering first and the middle infielder throwing to a moving target. Everything has to be perfect, and right there they made it look pretty easy.
Last chance for the Padres. Elias Diaz, the next up for the Padres. Check swing, called strike. Suarez is just 1 strike away. Hit to right, and that should do it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Braves take the finale here. They win the series 3-1.
Sometimes it takes just getting away from home. Players can sort of come together, connect a little bit more than they do when they're at home with their families, and that can breed to success on the field, as we saw in this game today. Excellent win by this team.